Everyone's been chasing algorithms from the MySpace algorithm to the Facebook algorithm to the Instagram, and these are always changing, especially now with AI. I mean, we don't even have the algorithm launches that we used to have before where people could gamify it, hack it, find the tricks, whatever it was. And this gets exhausting because you're always trying to play catch up with these companies.
Welcome back to the Humanize Your Brand podcast. Josh, today we are going to talk about the human algorithm and why trust is the only metric that matters on LinkedIn.
Don't you love how she says it? The human algorithm. Like it's elusive. But honestly, I think it is a little bit, right?
It is.
Yeah.
So you've been talking about the human algorithm.
You've been around me too much. So y'all, I'm from Houston, so I don't use H's. So sometimes I might say human.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Talk about what the heck is the human algorithm, because people are constantly asking us about the LinkedIn algorithm and the Instagram algorithm, blah, 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 blah. But all that matters is the human algorithm.
I mean, that's my perspective, right? I mean, as I've been doing this for 20 plus years, Rachel, I mean, it's going through looking at from the days of MySpace, right? Everyone's been chasing algorithms from the MySpace algorithm to the Facebook algorithm to the Instagram, and these are always changing, especially now with AI. I mean, we don't even have the algorithm launches that we used to have before where people could gamify it, hack it, find the tricks, whatever it was. And this gets exhausting because you're always trying to play catch up with these companies. But there's one algorithm that I've seen over the last 20 years that hasn't changed, that just continues to evolve slowly. And if we actually pay attention to that, I think that's the one that everyone needs to really watch. And that honestly, that we've been using at Standard Authority for over 10 years,
Yeah.
allowing us to not really have to change much. So, I mean, when we look at this, y'all, I mean, the human algorithm online is to like, comment, share posts, like, comment, share posts. We're caught in this pattern because that's what we've been conditioned to do ever since social media started. Because we talk about this as the dopamine, right? Dopamine is so bad in this world because there's so much dopamine on social media. Well, that is the algorithm keeping you in there. Like, comment, share posts. And so, how do we actually break that? And with social media, from what I see, and you and I have talked about this, honestly, dopamine without direction is insanity. And that's why we have so much caught up in social media right now. But dopamine with direction, that is what creates opportunity.
So direction meaning like intention.
Correct.
Intention behind what we're trying to create.
And so that's what you have to be able to do. So as human beings, we have to be able to understand, how do we actually really gain people's attention? Well, as a human, when we kind of look at this stuff, I really see it as the biggest thing is like, look, why do we post online? And most people will go in and they'll go, oh, well, for branding, for clients, for everything else. But you and I know that it's a little bit different, right? The first thing that we all post online is for those little dopamine hits we get when someone likes or comments on our posts. I mean, you put the post out there, you hold your breath. Once you get that first like, that's when it becomes everything else. Just, from what I've seen and what we continue to be able to kind of play with online, it continues to be able to work and allows us to be able to deal dopamine with intention and be able to create that connection. Because when dopamine hits happen within human beings, it actually creates flow state, right? And flow state allows us to be able to build a deeper connection. Thoughts?
Okay.
Too much?
So the human algorithm, flow states, intention, direction, except I'm going to throw this. We are like freaking overstimulated.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why I have like a love-hate with social media, despite us running now 2 companies that are focused, Standout Authority is focused on humanizing the way businesses go to market, right? So we have our done-for-you services, training, consulting, and now Humanize is a product-based ecosystem and movement.
Yep.
My issue with algorithm and human algorithm is that brains are changing. Neurologically, they're changing, and people are changing the way they create relationships. They're getting these dopamine hits and then creating like bad content to get the dopamine hit. And so we try to create that stopgap that you talked about, right? So it's not just post for post, like for like, quantity. It's about quality.
Right.
right? But most people don't get that. And people also don't get, this is what really
But
pisses
with AI right now, I can post 15,000 pieces
Ex-
of content a day.
exactly. Exactly. And then you have a lot of platforms like TikTok, Instagram that you're rewarded for quantity. Yes, yes. It's about posting a lot.
I'm not going to say I'm a TikTok expert, so
But you
I believe
do,
you.
but you do have what, 50,000 or something followers?
Girl, I have like 55,000.
I follow him on TikTok. I don't TikTok, okay?
Well, no one says I don't TikTok.
I don't TikTok. I don't TikTok. I don't want to TikTok. Leave me alone. And I don't care. I can be a brand marketing lady boss and say that I personally don't want to spend my time on TikTok. But that's my point, is that I might say that and take a stance, and I'm going to be 38 this year, and like I need to create. I know, but he's going to be 46. So are you 46?
My wife doesn't know how old I am.
No, you're 45.
No, I'm 46, turning 47.
Are you sure?
Yeah. This will be our 7-year anniversary. And we got right, Frank.
47.
Yes.
So old, man.
Talk about humanizing your brand. We let it all air out, everyone.
I don't even know what I was. Oh, but I'm saying like this is my problem with the human algorithm too. And I know I'm like going against what we like say, is just like I feel like it's really hard for most people because it takes a real stance to not get caught up. So what do you think we can do? What are we doing? What are you doing? Because you're frankly, he's a generator. And
generate content all day long. People they don't know what a generator is.
okay, well, human design. We'll bring on a human design. He's like in it, and I'm like too much, too much, too much. So, like, what do you think about how you actually, in practice, bring the human algorithm into the way in which we market?
I mean, again, it's if you're just creating content for content's sake, you're wasting time.
So you don't create content for content's sake.
No, it's ridiculous.
He doesn't.
There's so much freaking content out there. Like if I just can't sit behind a camera all day and just create content.
But you would if you could.
I don't think so. It's exhausting as hell. Like
it is. It is. It is. Today's, yeah, we're recording and it's.
So, I mean, like when we talk about this, like time is the one resource we don't get back. You know, that was something that I learned going through a divorce 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, again, we can always make more money. We can't make more time. And if our time is being spent so much on social media these days, because just is everyone like, don't lie to me. I know everyone watching right now, you spend all the time on social media. I spend some time on there as well. Rachel thinks I spend too much. I'm going to get off the topic now. But if we're going to spend the time there, why don't you be intentional? If you're going to create content, not to be polarizing in a good way, right? To be able to share who you are, what you stand for, who you want to speak to, and you're just putting content out there to take up space, like, God, you're just wasting your time and the people that would be watching it. So, like, if I'm going to put content out there, I need to make sure I take a stance. And look, I understand that people are going to, in this world, the only way as human beings we make decisions is based on some degree of love or hate. There is no decision made when you're indifferent to something. And I think that's the biggest problem, Rich, that everyone continues to put content out that's indifferent. Like,
Yeah.
Here's my freaking cat video, or here's a dog video. Josh is hanging out with a dog. You didn't like that? What? That's my Thor hammer. Don't dog.
I
Thor
mean, if a dog gets, okay, put your Thor thing in here. Like, if the dog and the Thor hammer helps us build more subscribers and listeners and help more people, I'm okay with it. But not okay with it for virality's sake, but for resonance sake.
If we wanted to be all polished and, you know, whatever,
Yeah.
like we wouldn't be doing this video right now. I wouldn't be holding Prince or my daughter's dog that my parents got my daughter and now is our dog. And yes, but we wouldn't be talking about that. We'd be on point and hitting the buttons, going through everything. And everyone's like, okay, wow, it's another polished podcast. That's great. No, they want to understand real life. They want to be able to connect. And they're like, dude, I love Josh's hair or Rachel's shirt. I mean, you're kind of boring these days. I don't know. I mean, like, I got cool hair. I got a Thor hammer. I got a dog. Like, come on. Okay, sorry. Oh my God, look at Rachel's crystals. Those are amazing. So
People might not be watching on video and they can't see my face. And I just want everyone to know that I feel like I'm pretty cool for my age with my crystals all day, every day, and my Aura ring. Anyways, we're getting totally off
oh
topic.
my God.
We're supposed to be talking about the human algorithm. And I think people do want to hear
But
about,
this is the human algorithm because again, people are
yeah,
watching right now, understanding being a fly on the wall. I think that's the biggest piece that people want. They don't want to be talked at.
they don't want to be talked at.
They want to be able to listen to a conversation. They want to feel like they're part of the story.
That's what I was hoping you were going to get to. Yes, it is about the story.
Yes.
It's about the personal piece coming through. That right there is the distinction between the human algorithm and any other algorithm, is that it's about the individual.
But can you
It's
do
about
that in
our
corporate?
unique perspective.
What about the corporate world? Like you're not supposed to be an individual.
Okay, that is BS, right? We're calling BS on that. Because even if you're an employed professional, it's not necessarily corporate, right? You can work in mid-sized businesses. You have a voice. And in fact, most businesses, progressive tech businesses, anything, they really want you to have a fresh perspective and to have a personality. They do. However,
Well, we want them to because again,
yeah,
with humanize where it's going.
that, I mean, it's trust is the new currency, right? And we don't build trust unless we have a unique perspective
Yeah.
and build relationship. And if you
Everyone trusts me more now because I'm holding Thor's hammer. I am worthy.
you have to make it seem really heavy.
Dude, it's heavy. Let me tell you, it's we ain't playing around with this. Like only I don't even know if you can pick it up.
Okay, come on, give me that thing now.
No. We got to keep on going.
Oh, it's
Come on.
okay, we
Back into it.
yeah, we're back into it. So what are some of the things that help people to, we've really been able to capture a large audience on LinkedIn specifically. And from my own personal perspective, I was an employee professional at Microsoft, Gartner, previously Walton Isaacson. So I did have the constraints of working for somebody else.
I'm gonna name off all my companies.
Yes. I'm not naming them off. I'm giving them a shout out because I have great love for all those companies.
Just play them.
Little head. And in 2021, well, 2020, that was a big shift for all of us, obviously. That was when we started to talk about me leaving, me joining Stand Authority.
Man, I like that a lot better because
And I started to invest.
usually what you'd say, like that's when you started begging me to leave corporate and come to Standard Authority. So I'm glad you didn't say that part.
I don't remember it quite like that. But when I decided that I had maybe like 4,000 or so connections around that time, like just like true job people, etc. And then knowing that I was going to take this bigger step outside of being an employee, I started to invest, consistently posting on LinkedIn 3 times a week. I launched a newsletter in 2021. So the news Work Your Brand is now 4 years old, which is great. And what I've seen from that consistency, not just posting content of different formats, but also building connections. I'm now at what is almost 22,000 followers. And those are people I truly resonate with, and became a LinkedIn top voice in 2024. Yeah, that's right. Even though Josh is the dopamine dealer and has, I don't know, triple the amount of followers than me across the platforms, I'm a LinkedIn top voice. I'm just saying, that's right.
Yes, dear.
But my point is this, that like the way in which we do this, which is quality over quantity, it's intention, to your point of having intention and direction in that dopamine, having consistent content themes, being really well positioned for my expertise, has five x, I'm doing math, my followers, but over 4 years.
But
And
Rachel,
so that's part of the human algorithm. It's like, this isn't about virality. This is about relationship building, getting back to the basics.
and let's talk about that, right? Because I mean, you've been able to grow your followers and being able to go through, but have you seen more opportunity, more relationships? Because I don't want followers. Honestly, I mean, that's great if someone follows me, but if they're not going to take action, again, they're just taking up space, taking up time. I'm like, the followers are great, but I need them to take an action. All right.
Well, I
And I
mean,
need them to
I
be
do
able to
want
jump through.
followers. It's just that they're my
I'd rather have
they're my third, they're
I'd
my
rather have
tertiary audience. Well,
advocates over followers because
yeah.
now someone's following me and they're an advocate for what I stand for.
I think you can be a follower
And
and an advocate.
well, yes, but I mean, and right, like I don't
And
just want a
yes,
follower, someone that
yes.
randomly looks at me. I'm
Okay,
like, oh
okay.
yeah, like these people. That's what people shoot for. But I'd rather have someone that actually engages because I want people to follow me. And hell, I want them if I'm putting content out there that they don't align with. Because I'm sorry, Rachel, if we put every piece of content out there and I was like, oh, Josh is amazing, yay, or Rachel's, and then they're all like, come on, like that's BS. There's no way. There's gonna be people out there that are gonna we're gonna no matter our best advocate in the world, we all have different lives. We are all raised differently, different countries, different backgrounds, different upbringings. And so there's gonna be a slight differences in everything in our point of views, or there should be, right? Just like a fingerprint, I think our point of view should have slight altercations based off no one's lived my life. No one's lived your life. So when we put something out there, I need an advocate, a follower to go, yes, and just like you said, right? Follower and advocate.
Yeah.
And I want someone to be able to go in there and not only just say, hey, Josh, great post, but love your post, but here's my perspective. Or I don't agree with you there. And I think people are scared in this world now to put content out there or to have people that are following them that will call them out.
I want you to give an example for you where you've called somebody out or you've been called out. Because I think we need to
Well,
share.
I don't know if you remember now. I mean, I used to call people like you told me to stop, but all the LinkedIn experts that took the LinkedIn course, and then all of a sudden, they're selling pizzas last week, and now they're LinkedIn experts, and then all of a sudden they send the same BS message, and I'm like, no, there's a
Well,
better way. Like,
well,
how dare you do this and call
yeah,
yourself that?
yeah.
Because if you're spamming, I mean, like we had this last week. That
Well, I
same.
wanted that's the example I want you to use. I'm have one
Oh, you already had. She already had a key
I
out
was
for
trying to,
everyone.
but
So
no, that's a going back the specific because I think specificity helps people understand.
yeah, no, I get it. But I mean, so I mean, we did an event and someone
To launch this podcast,
to launch this
we did
podcast, the
we
first
did
podcast. If you
webinar.
didn't watch it, go back and watch it because that's
Yes.
what we did. But doing that, we did a live event. And don't tell me to look at them. I see them. I see you. I see you. And so when we did the event, we actually had someone that went through and used their AI to scrape everyone on the LinkedIn list and then message them saying, hey, I've got a great tool to be able to teach you how to spam people and get them into your following at leveraging LinkedIn events. And I was like,
Well, they went to our people and said, "Hey, I'm." Wait, what did they say? Like
says name. Yeah.
they said, "Hey, I know I'm going to Josh and Rachel.
Rachel's event, you are too.
You are made it.
I've got this amazing AI tool that
Yeah.
can basically get new followers or new opportunities from other people's LinkedIn events. We should connect. And
We don't know this person. We never said any. We never advocated or
yeah, but
said that we agree with the tool." And then he went after our audience.
and we had people that actually care enough to tell me, hey,
Multiple people,
even our team.
even our team was like,
And
"What is this?"
that's the problem sometimes with AI because it blatantly goes across everybody. If you're not feeding it the right information, it's not tactical. That's not artificial intelligence. That's artificial spamming. AS, I don't know. BS.
I think it's mostly BS. But I think it's helpful because when we talk about the human algorithm, let's not mistake ourselves that this kind of behavior of spamming and salesy and pulling people, it's okay to borrow audiences, but we borrow people's audiences where we've built relationship with people. We're gonna have some amazing guests that have multi-million dollar businesses, millions of followers, and they're coming to be our guests because they know us, they appreciate us, and it's not we didn't just message them out of nowhere and pitch them. And so I think that's where the humanity really needs to get back to the basics and using that relationship building, value driven conversations online. And that's what we do. That's what we do with Humanize. That's what Standout Authority is all about.
But that's what I want everyone to understand, right? It's not connect, sale. It's connect, have start a conversation that builds a relationship because a relationship creates opportunity. And that's the world that we live in right now, where we live in a trust deficit. People want to be able to have that relationship first before opportunity occurs, whatever that might look like. I mean, you talked about TikTok earlier.
Yeah.
It's funny. I don't know if it was last night or this morning. I put up a video yesterday, and one of the first comments on there, and I already had a lot of likes on it and a lot of views. And
Is it
one of
about
the
your shoes?
no, it's not about my shoes. Shoes were on some off whites. Um, but his first response was, "Fix your audio, bro." And I was like, "This,"
Mother.
and I'm like, and I held back and I gave him a thumbs up. And then I just moved on. And he's like, "No, you actually doubled up on your audio. Watch your own video." And I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Like you messed up? Like it's
And I went back in and somehow it dubbed on top of my audio, my own
he was
audio.
actually helping
He
you.
was actually helping me, right? And so like that was, but I don't think I would get that unless it was someone that was he was already following me for many years.
Yeah.
And he was like, not trying to be mean, but like that's what we initially look at.
Right. Of
And
course.
but I mean, like that's that whole piece. Like most people were just gonna call you out, but he was like, "Dude, no,
Did he
seriously."
DM you or put on
No,
a
he put
comment?
it on the comment, which
Do you
is
think that's like a DM thing to do?
I don't care though. I mean, I
You don't?
appreciate it. Like he's like, "No, you're taking offense to this. Like
Okay,
I'm trying to be able to help you."
okay, but can I
And then I
ask
was
you a
like
question?
pissed because my Instagram video had the same dumb audio.
Okay, well, this is why you should have team to support you. But here's my question on like
I do. I try to just use my team.
just to bring back our conversation around this algorithm. And we talk a lot about we think about LinkedIn as this networking tool as if you were it's bringing a real life event. If you were at a conference, you're at a mastermind, you're at a dinner, and you put that online. I mean, that's the initial why Reid Hoffman, why they made LinkedIn.
Yeah.
To create to connect business professionals, right? And so if you take your scenario, let's say you're at an event and the sound isn't working on stage. Are you going to be the person in the audience that raises your hand to the speaker and says, your sound is off, dude.
There are people that do that.
There are people. And you know what you think?
Hecklers.
You're a heckler. You're an a-hole. And so my point is this, is that the people hide behind the phone, right? It's giving people this like permission to be an a-hole, to say things that you would never say to somebody in person. Well, that's why I'm saying if that was happening, he should have DM'd you, said, "Hey man, love your content. The sound is off," because that is poise.
But
that's appreciation.
So-
and that's what we teach, right?
So-
that is relationship building.
So Rachel, someone with a lot of followers, that we get so many DMs, it's really hard. It gets lost in there. One day you'll realize that. But so like I appreciate that he sent the message there because it would have got lost in my DMs.
Oh, thank you, honey.
I'm just joking. I wish I had that many DMs.
Me too. Honestly, I wish you had that many DMs. But you know what I'm saying? Like
I do. But so what's bringing me back, and I want to make sure we bow on
wrap
that.
this up. Yeah, let's wrap
Like
it up.
you and I'll stay here and talk for an. This is y'all are like in our home. Like this is just what we go through.
Yeah.
It's insane. But our daughter, my daughter,
Which daughter?
Skylar.
Okay. 13 years old, 8th grade.
How many times, and she's going to kill me because she watches all our content, but she has friends that she'll talk to all night long on the phone via text and whatever.
Yeah.
But she's like, we don't talk in person.
But they don't want to hang out on the weekend.
But I'm like, what do you mean you don't talk in person? She goes, well, that's just weird.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute. So, and you talked about being comfortable behind the phone. And I mean, you were even raising a next generation
Yeah.
that feels confident to have relationships, boyfriends,
Trust
girlfriends,
somebody.
everything,
Yeah.
and say all these things on the phone, but when they see them in person and they have so much like commonality and so much I don't know, like just that je ne sais quoi. I knew that would get you. But like they get in person, they're like, oh, this is weird. Like I'm actually I can talk to you face to face. And so like
we need to do an episode on this, and we're gonna do it on Gen Z and Gen Alpha because I'm like so disturbed by some of the
can we have a
things.
script that's actually in the Gen Alpha language?
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
Shubity or
Patty
I can't remember all the
is gonna help
languages,
us do
but-
that. Shout out to Patty on our team. Yes.
So
That, but
I
yes.
just wanted to
And
I
that's
wanted to
the,
put that point in because I think that's a
yeah.
final point
So
of
now we
we're talking about
created,
social, but it's starting with our kids now more than ever.
and we're to blame. We created this. We
Whoa,
did
bro.
this.
Like
No, but we did. And so it's also our job, especially us that are creating new companies. We are the leaders, right? Like boomers keep working, but still, if
boomers
we
keep on working.
if we don't take a stand on how we want to be in relationship, build community, and create business, if we don't create the humanized shift in people, then I am quite worried
Again, it's the do
for
what I
what's gonna
do, not
happen.
what I say. Because too many people in this world, I mean, I've seen the people on stages
Ugh.
and on social and everything else are like, oh, this is how you should do it. No, don't tell me how to do it. Show me how to do it. Show me how to be online. And I hope that everyone watching, not only that you, when you follow us here on YouTube or LinkedIn or wherever it is,
Yes.
the podcast,
Please subscribe.
you will actually see that what you see here with Frankie digging on the floor here is us.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what I push everyone to be able to try and be able to do. Be 100% you.
I think you're getting into some of these takeaways, like
Oh, okay.
one
I'm
of
going too fast.
no,
Right?
no, you're getting like one of the takeaways is exactly what you're saying here. Be
Yeah, 100%
100%
you, 100% of the time, on and offline. It's so much easier. And I'm a person that can speak from experience because I even post my divorce, y'all. I mean, like I still saw myself as the person that I was prior. And that was what was driving me crazy. So like having to pull myself back and trying to be someone different online because I perceived everyone's perception of me. And that wasn't the case anymore. And once I just showed up as who I was, it was amazing how much my life changed and how much more opportunity flowed in.
Yeah. Yeah. So be you, but like don't be an asshole. I just like want to throw that
Well,
in.
when I say polarizing too, polarizing in a good way.
Yeah.
I always
Like
want to make sure that
like
people are
one
being clear.
takeaway is like be a good effing human, and like we need some people that like for real we need some good effing humans right now, and that's why we're launching this podcast and this movement now, because be 100% you, aka a nice person, a loving person, a non-discriminatory person. That's what we stand for. What's another takeaway from this episode? We talked a lot about the human algorithm, right? And the first, like,
I mean, look,
one of
cold outreach. I mean, like we want to really go into it. I mean, if you think cold outreach is gonna be able to create opportunity for you in this world, I mean, seriously, I'll like raise your hand if you like getting cold calls or cold emails. Like no one likes it. So even if it's an opportunity, I see so many marketers do this. Well, I hate it, but I know it'll make me money. I'm gonna call BS on that too, because again, I think there's a better way to be able to do it. And I think in today's world, people that is not going to continue to work. And you're gonna have to continue to find the next hack or the next trick. So why not stick with that human algorithm on building relationship, right? Having conversations that build the relationship because relationship will create the opportunity.
yes, build a relationship over cold conversations, cold traffic. Absolutely, really important takeaway. And I'd say the other takeaway here, which if you haven't picked up in this conversation,
I might have.
is LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Right. And LinkedIn for us continues to be the most trustworthy platform. And again, this is about building trust in the AI era. LinkedIn is the place where you can have a professional business conversation. You can get not only a job, but you can hire great talent and get clients that are going to be paying you 5, 6 figures, right? So LinkedIn is the one algorithm we love the most because
And they
it's
don't
about quality.
they're not paying us to say this.
They're not.
They like
They're
it
really,
sponsored.
but we have found the most success in
Yeah.
building our business and building our personal brands. So anything else you want to add with that?
I mean, I think that's the thing, right? LinkedIn's been around for 21 years or longer, just because of the fact that I think they build on that aspect. I know a lot of people hate it, but in the long run, I think you hate it because of the fact that how you started off. And I mean, how you
Yeah.
finish doesn't always have to be how you started. And that's the biggest thing. We can always be able to shift and change. And I promise y'all, if you listen to what Rachel and I are sharing, being able to go through, we can show you how powerful that platform is, not only for your audience, but for yourself as well.
Yes. Awesome. Well, if this episode resonated with you, please share it. Please subscribe. Please go, if you're listening somewhere, please go onto the YouTube channel, Humanize Your Brand. We are the Rachel B. Lee across LinkedIn, Instagram. Josh is on TikTok, the Joshua B. Lee. So you can pretty much find us everywhere. We are so excited to keep this conversation going. I'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone. If today's episode sparked something in you, you don't have to keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who's building something with heart. And hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next.
If you're ready to humanize your brand now and show up with soul, grab our free guide, 3 Hidden Signals, at standoutauthority.com/3, the number 3, hidden signals. We'll see you soon.